Please open up, all of you, open up the video. All the students that, okay, you can hear me. In the house, yeah, open up. Everybody, I want to know, I want to see your face. Okay. So let me hear from you. I would like you to introduce to me one-on-one. Yeah. Okay, starting from Okay, starting from Fania. Oh, sorry. I cannot. So what is the sign between FL and you student? The identity is?
The FLs have FL in front of their names, sir.
Oh, okay. So for the FL, they will begin with FL. Yeah, okay, thank you. Arasila Rahman, are you new student?
No, Pak.
FL, yeah?
Iya, Pak.
Okay. How about Keisha Mandagi? Keisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I would like to know you why you took fashion. So everybody get ready with the answer, yeah? Why you choose your major is fashion. Okay, Keisha.
Because I personally think that fashion is something that something that we face every day. It's a part of our everydays, and I think it's a part of our life. And I think fashion is interesting, and a lot of people think about fashion like is something that is underrated. So it's more like challenging for me. That's why I choose fashion, sir.
Okay, you said that fashion underrated. Okay, thank you, Keisha.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now is your turn. First, you introduce yourself, yeah? Okay.
My name is Gabriel. You can call me Lucky. I choose fashion major because I'm interested in building and making my own business. And I just fell in love with collection. And I want to build my brother.
Okay. So you fell in love with McQueen, yeah? With Mr. Lee. Okay, that's good. Okay, Yogi, thank you. And then I will come back with Fania. Also, you are committee, yeah?
No, I'm freshman.
Student. Okay. You are freshman. Okay, Fania, why you choose fashion?
It's actually a long story of it. So, since I was a kid, I already loved about arts, and then in junior high school, I feel like and I fall in love with fashion because I think fashion it's just more than clothes. It has story in it, and it's very important role to this world. And yeah, I just I think it's very important to us. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Fania. So you fell in love since you are was a kid, yeah? Okay. Thank you. Okay, next, you.
So because I want to because apparently I can't really afford all this stuff that is sold in all. So if I can buy it, I'll just.
I see. Good. Thank you. So you want to make fashion for yourself, yeah? I remember the history about the Chanel jacket, yeah, because she asked the bellboy that inspired her to make a jacket, but the bellboy didn't give them the answer. So then Chanel said, okay, I will make it by myself. And then the Little Black Jacket Chanel become legend, yeah, because the history from the one hotel, yeah. Okay, hopefully you will become the legendary also, yeah. Okay, next is Jude Cynthia Faras. Are you freshman? Okay. Oh.
No. I really love fashion because I think it's a really exciting industry, and you know, you get to express yourself and invent things that you love. And when I grow up, oh well, I am already grown up. I really want to start my own fashion business in Indonesia. I think that's one of my goals. So after uni, I think that's something I really want to do.
Kita ngomongin tentang fashion brand, Pi.
That's right, yeah, because you know. Yes. Okay, once again, please to make it clear, I could see for the FL, just rename your Zoom, and also all the freshmen, please open up the video, yeah? Whatever your condition is, yeah, belum mandi or whatsoever, yeah, you still just open up, yeah? Okay. So fashion in Indonesia is, can be imagined that we have 200,000 people, yeah? So that's why it's really important, you know, so I think you need to be proud, yeah, because Indonesia is one of the biggest country and the fifth biggest population. But not to mention that, it is really important that if you see it to the mall, yeah, let's say, mostly brand all over the world is here in the mall in Jakarta, yeah? And you agree with me? Let's say in Plaza Senayan, Sensi, yeah? Pacific Place, Plaza Indonesia, and so on. There are so many brands, yeah? It proves that our country is matters, yeah? But again, you know, like the Erigo, yeah? Erigo is went to New York Fashion Week, yeah? So this is also the proof that actually, since we are in back to 30 or 40 or maybe 50 years ago, yeah, our country is also famous about the textile, yeah? But not, that's the modern way. But if we're talking about the ancient, yeah, like I said yesterday, since we were born, yeah, from Japanese, from every nation, yeah, and always can get in touch with the fabrics, right? And with batik, ikat, pulos, or whatsoever. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Jude Cynthia Faras. And the next, by Raisa Zahra. Yeah. Okay. Why you choose fashion, Raisa?
Good morning, Mr. Dickey and everyone. I chose fashion management specifically. It's also kind of a long story, but to summarize it, fashion is always present in my life, and I think with everybody's life, because it can be seen as a part of our wardrobe, but I see it more than that. I see it as a part of our, like a weapon to get what I want in a way, but not in a bad way. I mean, to get things what we want as a women, it's more empowering, and I just have this euphoric feeling whenever I'm discussing about the topic of fashion, or when I'm just immersed in the scenery of fashion, wherever it is, in a store or maybe a fashion show, or if I'm present in front of somebody who is a prestigious fashion designer. I can't describe the feeling, but I just feel euphoric, and there's no other feeling other than that. And if it makes me feel like I'm euphoric and I'm happy, and that means it's my passion, and I would rather do something that I'm passionate about. That's something that I'm setengah-setengah kata-katanya. And I hope I just learn a lot of insight, and I really want to be a fashion stylist, or maybe I can work in the fashion marketing industry, because I'm more comfortable behind the scenes more than I am designing the clothes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, I like your words, weapon. Yeah, fashion is weapon. So, if you want to be success, let's say like maybe your mom or dad, and maybe the one with the same age as me. There's a group in US band like called Roxette, and Dress for Success. Yeah. So whenever you go, let's say whenever again, let's say you study, just remember that you need to be dressed for success. Yeah, it's something that not loved by yourself, but also it could be something make people interesting about you. Yeah, because I believe that each one of you is reflected your personality whenever you choose your clothes, yeah, or color that you wear. Yeah. Thank you, Raisha. Okay, next.
I'm more interested in garments.
Garments, okay, textile, yeah.
When I look at runways or things like that, I always wonder how make it look like that. Because initially it's just fabric, and then they can make it to something more interesting and different shapes.
Yeah.
Everything involved.
Yes, yeah. Well, everyone watched Met Gala a couple of days ago. You know, I'm really impressed with the things that were by Grimes. Yeah, Grimes is wearing from Iris Van Herpen. Yeah, I also amazing. It could be like something like alien. Yeah, but and not to mention also in Asia we have Guopei. Yeah, Guopei is from China. It's really amazing. Yeah. But again, we have Tex Saverio. Yeah? Tex Saverio can change. Jennifer Lawrence in the wedding day in Hunger Game become so good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And then next is Raisa and then May Mana Azahra. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah. Why you choose fashion? What is your nickname? May or?
Zara.
Oh, Zara. Okay, Zara. Yes.
Because personally, I always loved fashion since I was a kid.
Okay.
Not long ago, I noticed that I always enjoy working in the industry, and since I'm interning at some brand right now, so I have some experience in fashion also, and yeah. I just love everything in the industry and how designers express themselves through clothing, like just like us. And yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Zara. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Next we have you. Good morning. Yeah.
It's just like really interesting how
Identity, yeah. Good. Yes. That's fashion also. Fashion is identity. Thank you. And I can see your identity with colorful and also so nowness, ya, kekinian. Okay, next we have Shakira Effendi. Yeah.
Hello. Hi, sir. Good morning.
Hi. Yeah.
The reason why I chose fashion design is because for the longest time, since I was like 2 years old, I always went into painting art,
Yeah.
But after my experience with IB and art, I've always, like, I guess at the end, I always realized that fashion was always there.
Yeah.
Like unconsciously, fashion was always there with me. And then I thought, okay, let me just take a chance. Like, let me just take a risk of like, oh, let me just take a test to BINUS. And then turns out I got in. And then I was like, oh, okay. So I guess it's kind of like, I don't know. It kind of sounds cheesy, but I guess it's kind of destiny, I guess. I don't know. But like I generally do like art, and it's always been there, especially whenever I travel around the world. I can see different fashion designs or their culture and stuff. Yeah.
So fashion is art, yeah.
Yes.
Although like Karl Lagerfeld, the late Karl Lagerfeld didn't agree with that, but we agree because art is something that, especially when we're talking about haute couture, yeah, or Adi Busana. Thank you, Shakira. What's your nickname, Shakira?
Shakira. Just
Shakira.
Shakira.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then the next we have Cindy. Cindy 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is fashion, Cindy?
My name is Cindy. The reason why I choose fashion for my major because I think fashion will never die because it always evolves with the times. And I want to increase my knowledge about fashion because fashion is so interesting to learn, and it has so many kind of aliran like that. So yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Cindy. Yes, you're right. As long we live and also the world is full of human being, I think fashion will be alive. Yeah. Since let's say because the things that one of the function of fashion is to cover up and to protect from the weather for practically use. Okay. Thank you, Cindy. Next we have yeah. Okay. Business, yes, I agree with you. There's no limitless there in fashion, you know, like we cannot imagine, let's say like from 20 years ago, yeah, let's say like the influencer of fashion like Travis Scott or ASAP Rocky, yeah, we cannot imagine because there's a huge like a level from trickle down, yeah, from the high end and then hip hop. Hip hop is from the streets, yeah, but high end is from the let's say royalty, but and then they meet, yeah. Nowadays, like, why did Louis Vuitton choose Virgil Abloh as the man's artistic director, right? Because it's the streetwear. And then also, fashion is art. Like, let's say like Andy Warhol, Kit Haring, yeah. Let's say like Jackson Pollock, yeah. It used to be or Basquiat. Yeah? Now Basquiat is together with Jay-Z and Beyonce become the in one stage with the one of the rarest diamonds, yeah, in Tiffany and Co. Yeah. Next we have Cindy, Amanda, Tashani. Are you? Amanda, have you? Kamu udah belum ya, Amanda?
No,
Christy?
I haven't.
Okay, Amanda.
The reason hi, my name is Amanda and I am choosing fashion management. The reason I'm choosing fashion management is because I feel like I can express myself with fashion and I want to make myself the clothing I express my feelings and I can share it with other people.
You can share it with people, yeah, because something that it's tangible, yeah. You can see, okay, now Amanda wearing black. Why is it? Yeah, it's identity, it's expression, yeah, like that. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
Next, we have Tashani. Yeah, Tashani, are you freshman also?
Yeah,
okay. Yes, Tashani.
I choose fashion design, and why do I choose fashion? Is because like fashion is the industry that I'm passionate about, and ever since I was a kid, I really love drawing and yeah, design some stuff. So the thing is that you can actually express your imagination through fashion without any restriction that bounds you.
Okay, without restriction, yeah. Thank you, Tashani. Okay, while you're waiting, why don't you to just, let's say, writing, it could be on your mobile or your book, yeah? What is fashion according to you, yeah? And then we will discuss again later on. Yeah? While waiting your turn. Thank you, Tashani. Your nickname is Tasha. Okay.
You can call me Tata.
Okay, Tata, thank you. Next we have, okay, I will begin from you. What is question? Oh, why do you choose fashion?
I only go with life and this is happening. So
Fashion make you happy, yeah? Oh, that's good. Yeah, I also love it. Thank you. Next we have Yazira. Yeah? Yes, Yazira. Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yazira. The reason why I chose fashion as my major is again because fashion is a form of art, but it expresses through a body language, and it's not just clothing, but there's more meaning behind the clothes itself, and it's always so unique to me that it's very beautiful to me how people express it through clothings and fabrics and how they could make it more than just a piece. That's mainly the reason why it's very unique and beautiful, and it has always been a part of me as well since I was little. Thank you.
Thank you. So your nickname is?
Z.
Z, okay, Z. Body language, yeah? This session is body language, okay. Thank you, Z. Next. Yes. Make it simple. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So you're influenced by your mom actually, yeah? Because since you are kids, that your mom is a tailor, yeah? Your mom or your grandma? Okay. So fashion is in the blood, yeah? We could say. Good. Okay. Next we have Cynthia is already tadi ya, Raisa. Okay. Who's in the online is Jessica Wijaya. Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, can you open up your video, please?
Wait, yeah, I'm gonna open my virtual background first, yeah.
Okay. And then also, who else are the? Okay. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Jessica.
Yes.
I choose fashion design because I love fashion design.
Okay. You love fashion design and designing fashion. This is what you mean.
Yes, because I love to make as a clothing.
As a clothing. Okay, okay. Okay, thank you, Jess.
Yes.
Okay. Who are in the online that has not answered yet? Cindy already.
I haven't answered, sir.
Charlene, Natania, yeah. Okay, please, Charlene.
So the reason why I chose fashion is because I've always seen fashion as my armor, I guess, because sometimes people tell me that I come off as shy or introverted, but whenever I dress up in the morning, it has always been something that helps gives me confidence. It also never fails to spark joy in my life, and because of that, I decided to choose fashion. And also, I think that the fashion industry is also something that's very exciting because it is constantly evolving, and also I hope to work in the industry someday.
Okay, amen for that, yeah, Charlene. So I would like to Cindy and also Jessica, please open up your video, yeah. That's mandatory in my class. Everybody should open up the video, yeah, as your presence and also your respect to your friends and also to me as your lecturer, yeah. So open up your video, everybody. Okay, let's start with you, yeah. Why do you choose fashion? But now you're simple, girl, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ya.
Kita nimbang lagi kayaknya aman. Hah? Kita nimbang lagi. Panggil ini.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, who else on the online that has not answered yet?
I haven't answered.
Yes, Arastila. Okay. Yeah, please go ahead, Arastila. Your nickname is Sila.
Sheila.
Sila. Okay, Sila, please.
Yeah. So the main reason why I choose the fashion management is because I would like to know about the business of fashion, and then knowing how the market is like, even if for now we're being combined, like more of a combo class, but I noticed that, I hope that the FB students can work together.
Okay. Thank you, Sila. Okay, who else on the online that has not answered yet? Okay. I think everybody already in the online. Okay, just a second, Cindy. Where is Cindy? Ada dua ya. Okay, next your turn. Yeah.
It's so fun to work there.
Yeah.
So like when you're working, it's like you're playing.
Yeah.
So like I realized that you must be there on the night and that's the knowledge section. And other things that I really wanted to be an author for a book, but I personally am not the best writer to tell stories. So my purpose in fashion is to tell a story through my collection, something like that. And other silly kind of like random reason as to why I chose fashion is just because I wanted to make my own clothes. And
It's not silly at all. Yeah. It's a dream, yeah. So don't tell that if you would like to have your own brand, it's not silly at all. Yeah, it's really good. It's a great dream. Yeah, and yeah, let's make it happen. Yeah, in here. Okay. Next.
I like to dress up as a kid. I like to dress up. I like to draw and I like to make my own clothes, like some clothes and maybe another one. And I really want to make it like, I really want to take it to the next step. Okay. So I want to fashion that, or maybe put my collection together fashion. Hopefully. Yeah.
Amen. Yeah, I think mostly all of you want to have, don't worry. Later in my class, you can make your own bed. Yeah? Each one of you as an assignment. Yeah. Okay, next. You. Yeah. Because of also mom, yeah, and also the family. Yes, that's good. Thank you. Next, we have you. Yeah. 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 Thank you. Okay, next. Can you louder, please?
I have. Oh, I discovered that when I cry a lot. Where I can express all of my feelings. Everyone knows me as a but it's not always that, but I'm not capable of expressing that. So I express it to fashion.
Yeah, good. Fashion is expression, yeah. It's an identity, something, and also art. Yeah. The art, how to express yourself. It could be fashion, yeah. So is there in the class that has not answered yet? I think already, yeah. Okay, now it's 9:36. Yeah, you can stand up. Everybody, just lose your body. Okay, everybody in the house also, you can stand up and just make your body loose, yeah? Oh, yeah, sure, sure. Is it happy or not? Okay, thank you. Yeah. And online is already answer, yeah? Okay, okay. Let's begin. Yeah, it's just begin. Okay, you can sit down, please. Any from you that want to go to the toilet? Okay, let's see. For the first, we have I would like to ask, and for those students who take on-site, can you see the presentation in the full page or not? Fania, can you see my presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is it in the separate screen? Yeah. You can see full page.
Yeah, there are two different pages.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Fania. So, nanti kalian jadi kecil ya. Okay, I will make it to the back with all one. Yeah. Okay. We talk about brands, the S of forms. The first definition of brand is the name given to a product or service from a specific source. Yeah? Used in this sense, brand is similar to the current meaning of the word trademark. Yeah? So brand is based on Forbes magazine or Forbes Media Group brand is trademark. Yeah? Brand is trademark. Yeah, just keep in mind that brand is trademark. Yeah. Okay, I would like to ask you, what is your favorite fashion brand? McQueen. Oh yeah, I forgot. Alexander McQueen. How about you? Okay, and then how about you? What's your favorite brand? Okay, Jack Hummus, and then what about you? Either oh yeah, that's with the leather, yeah. How about you? Okay, then. Okay. How about you, Keisa Mandagi? What is your favorite fashion brand?
Dior.
Dior. Okay. Okay. And then Fania, what is your favorite brand?
Actually many, but my favorite is Toton the Label. It's actually
the Label.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. And then Sila, what's your favorite brand?
Well, I have some favorite local brands, like for example, Sudou Mata Memandang. And then the fast fashion one, I really love Primark.
Okay, thank you. Charlene, what's your favorite brand, fashion brand?
For a local fashion brand, I also really like Toton the Label, same like Vania. But for a international, I guess, fashion brand, I like Dion Lee.
Oh, Dion Lee. Okay, thank you, Charlene. Yeah. So, who else? Okay. Zara. Okay. Okay, okay. Oscar de la Renta. Okay, Kristen Ash. Okay. How about you? I don't know. Okay, it's okay. Yeah. So, favorite fashion brand, maybe you have to choose. I think for the next, for your study or to make your fashion is more and more into fashion, I think you need to learn who is the one that become your not trademark, but something that you can learn from this brand. Yeah? One from international brand, the other one is from local brand. Yeah? So and then you can learn about that, how they doing the business, and then what is the identity, what is the style. Yeah, it's really interesting. Okay. And then brand is a name, and then identity and symbol. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. one that appears on the presentation is some of my favorite brands. Yeah, I think everybody like this, like Hermes. Yeah, Hermes is okay. Can you read this? The point number 1 and 2.
Since 1837, Hermes has nourished the
Point number 2.
It is a short hop from 24 August Manor to the Olympic Games. Then developed in collaboration with our master saddler, veterinarian, engineers, and our partner riders. Its saddle combines comfort and technical prowess. The kit achieves only the essential is maintained to that horse, saddle, and rider as one.
Okay, thank you. So, this is the history of Hermes. It's began with the sport. Can you imagine especially ladies really love to carry the Kelly bag. Yeah? But actually, this is the first by Hermes. It's a saddle bag for equestrian. It's a luxury sport. Yeah, from here, so until now they made it. Yeah? They just made to order, yeah? Made to measure. So that's the history of Hermes. And then now they also have such as, again, they describe everything that you said before, yeah, like this. This one is actually Kelly or Birkin, yeah, Birkin or Kelly. This is Birkin bag, but this one actually for men's collection. Yeah, it's a big one, and then they made it into an art. Or if you see like one of the artists, graffiti artists from Paris, yeah, Congo, Cyril and Congo, yeah. Again, yes, you're right. Fashion is art, yeah. Fashion could be related, let's say, like the high-end brand also use art as an expression, yeah. Same like, I think mostly high-end brand, they made fashion with art, yeah, like Louis Vuitton, yeah, Dior, yeah. Nowadays, if you see window display of Dior in Plaza Senayan is with, I forgot the name of the artist, yeah, but it also, yeah, fashion and art. Yeah. Like this one is, yeah, if you check on, later on here, you can check. The history began when he made the background for window display in Hong Kong, Hermes store, yeah, boutique. So that's why they made it, and then after that, yeah, this man Congo, yeah. So he made like visual merchandising, and then after that is really successful. He made scarf, yeah, and sold out. And then again, the Hermes opened door for Congo to come to the archives. Yeah. It's really amazing, yeah, because not everybody, although like previous, of course, the athletic director, they could come to the archive and then to see what he can do with the brand. Yeah. The last one that he made is, if you're going to Kempinski Apurva Bali, yeah, he made one of the corner is graffiti with Congo. Yeah, I know. I think now Congo stays in Bali, but I think now is in Paris, yeah, for his job. And then the galleries in Barito, yeah, in Barito Street, across to the Rumah Sakit Pertamina, yeah. So that's the gallery, is the agent of Congo. And then one day, collaborate with Hermes Indonesia. So it's like limited invitation. if you have Birkin bag, yeah, you can make graffiti with Congo, or vice versa. They sell it. Of course, the price that I don't know how much is it, but yes, art and Hermes. Okay, we will continue again with Hermes, and also this one. Yeah, is scarf. Scarf that become a legend. Yeah. Scarf that also Hermes is famous. Of course, the bag. Yeah? Actually, the first one is the saddle bag, the saddle of horse, yeah, for sport. But and then they evolving into bag because of made with Jane Birkin and also Grace Kelly. That because of the Kelly bag. Yeah. So if you see that history is really interesting. You can learn about marketing. You can learn about the identity whenever you design something. Yeah. Inspired us, and you can understand why this bag is so expensive, yeah, and then how they strategy until now. I think there's no other brand that can make like Hermes did, yeah. Everybody want to chase. You want to have Kelly or Birkin? Of course, yeah. Maybe the small one, yeah. And they become the satchel bag. Actually, this previously is satchel bag, yeah. And look at like Jacquemus and then the new brand, they also see this. Sometimes we can say that in fashion, there's no new, yeah. Nothing's new in fashion, but it always be evolving, yeah. The fashion leadership theory like trickle up, trickle down, and trickle across is really real, yeah, it's happened. And that's why in Zara is conclusion of the fashion week actually, yeah. It's a little bit Dolce, it's a little bit Gucci, a little bit Prada, but that's okay because yeah, fashion. The thing is that you cannot do in fashion is copycat. Copycat, I mean like is bluntly just take it into your design and admit it as your work, yeah. Talking about copycat, there's interesting battlefield between Louboutin and YSL, yeah? Saint Laurent. So they, yes, you can turn around if you sakit leher, yeah, just turn around, it's okay. Because you know they admit that they are the one who have rights to own the Rexos, and then they become in the court, but the winner is Louboutin, because Louboutin is the first one. Okay. Okay, now we will continue to harap sabar ya, I still adapted with this method. This is multi-channel or hybrid. Okay, next, this one, yeah. Again, you think something that you have to remember, there's a relevant in fashion. It must be nowadays fashion, yeah. It must be in bahasa Indonesia we call it kekinian. Yeah? So this one is I think 2 years ago. So it's just more young, yeah. You can see ladies and then wearing like here it's really young, the models, yeah. And then also the small bag. Yeah? So that's remember that if you want to chase your dream in fashion, remember about the society. Remember about what is the things that trend right now. Yeah? So that's also the things that followed by Erigo. Yeah? Erigo is, I think, I don't know how much money they spent, but they invited all influencers. Because now your generation is always look up to the influencers, but be careful. Just follow the one that really matters, really positive. Yeah? Just unfollow the one that I think too harsh. Yeah? I think to make something like not negative influence to yourself. It's something that made you happy again. Yeah? Fashion made you happy. Something that can be useful for everybody. Yeah. Okay. So this is Hermes. We have, I think this is everybody, maybe mostly girls love Chanel, yeah? Okay, you can read it, please. Yeah.
It's not a romantic then that Chanel opened her first shop for the first company in Paris under the name Chanel Marcos. Their designs attracted the attention of some of France's most favorite actresses, which led to their designs being copied across all brands. With this new exposure, Chanel in the space of 8 years. Now becoming a household name, Chanel unleashed an array of designs and products that inspired.
Thank you. So Chanel, remember, impossible is nothing, yeah, in fashion. See, she is orphan girl, yeah. Actually not orphan, yeah. Her dad took her with, I think, with the other sister to the orphanage. And then her father is perantau istilahnya, to US. But she studied while in the orphanage and studied to sewing. So that's why later on, you have sewing class, right? Study it. Although it's really, apaan sih susah banget gitu ya. But you have to do it, yeah? In order to understand that why this, like this gitu ya. Kenapa sih jahitannya begini gitu. Yeah, and then something that, why fashion is expensive because of, it's really comfort when you wear it, yeah? Sometimes, like my friend said, yeah, my best friend said that when he bought pants from Johnny Ramlee is local fashion designer in Bali, and then the fabric is like parachute, yeah, but it's really thin, but it's really comfort in Bali and hot, yeah. And then he said like he is fashion designer actually. Is that like, okay, I felt like naked. Yeah? So I think it's really comfort. So you have to remember the fabrics, the texture. Why do I have to, let's say, the haute couture, yeah? You have to do it in your mannequin, yeah, one by one, you put it monthly. You can also learn, yeah, in here. At least you understand, yeah. Although that you are fashion management student, but you can do it something. Yeah. Okay, and then also there's something like in cosmetic in the celebration of Chanel number 5. Yeah. So there's like apa namanya? A tumbler harganya jadi 2 juta gitu ya, 2 million, and then body lotion and so on, but it's really good in marketing, yeah, to light up the brand. That's why yesterday Miss Gracieli lectured you about fad, fashion, and classics. Yeah? Actually, we are in fashion business and fashion design. Of course, we need fads. Why need fads? Because to make it more interesting. Yeah? What is it? In Prada, suddenly they shocking green. Yeah? Or let's say in Louis Vuitton, yeah, actually red and all over is flower and graffiti, yeah, it's fine. It's only maybe 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, but it's okay because to avoid the boring, yeah, and also to lighten up the business. So you need to also learn about Sunday. Let's say like Chanel, not just only little black dress and then the bag, yeah, Chanel boy, but yeah, they have cosmetics, yeah. They have also suddenly Carla Goodfeld in the show, the girl carrying out the surfer board. But it's a legend, yeah. You can, wow. Starting from that, any other brand, high-end brand also made the surfboard, yeah. Oh, in fashion, one more, you need to have a shocking moment or surprise, yeah. This is also, I took these pictures because it's really modern, yeah. You know, the sunglasses, the way still in the tweeds, yeah. This is tweeds. So Chanel has its own fabric or mills to make their own tweeds. So there's nobody can copy it. Yeah? So that's why it's really expensive. Yeah? This one, I forgot what is the name of the motifs. Yeah? Houndstooth. This is houndstooth, but in the tweeds textile. Yeah? So you can learn. And then also later on, pearl. Yeah? This is Chanel now. Okay. See, this one is the classic one. This is the creative director. The one who has ideas. The one who has the paper for you us, especially for ladies. Sekarang bisa pakai celana because of this lady. Yeah? It used to be pants is the things that you wear. On that day in 1910 or 19, yeah, before the World War II, yeah, one, I think the World War I, it's like pajamas or it's like pakaian dalam, gitu, yeah. But thank you for this lady, and also Chanel and also Givenchy, these two names that introduce you little black dress, yeah, because of that. On that time, it's a fads, yeah, but now fads become classic, yeah, become fashion and then classics. Any questions? Okay, I will continue, yeah. In online, is there any question? Just raise your hand, yeah, or you just open up your microphone and, sir, I have a question, yeah. Okay. Okay. This one is October 1926. The first Vogue introduces Coco Chanel's Little Black Dress. Yeah. So this one. Remember what is the era of the 20s? Something with Great Gatsby, jazz, and then what we call it the era, roaring 20s. Why is roaring 20s? Because on that day everybody have money. Yeah, it's really glam. It's really they spend money to liquor, whiskey, and so on, and also for the fashion. Yeah? And the fashion is really interesting. Yeah? If you saw Great Gatsby, siapa yang belum nonton? Gak apa-apa, nanti nonton ya. I think the creative director is Prada, yeah, it's cut by Prada. And that is really good, yeah. This one is the exhibition of Chanel, presented a Little Black Dress, yeah. You know, Little Black Dress also has a revolution, not just only boxing and then maxi and then, yeah, so many things. Wrap dress, yeah. As long as it's black. This one is also accessories. Yeah. If you see as the fashion marketer, what you see in these pictures, what is something that you can sell as the owner of Chanel, for example? Jualan apa ini? Clothes, yes. Yes, sunglasses. What else? Yes, what else? Pearls, yeah, or accessories. What else? The one is you can answer also, yeah. All of you that in online, please. What is something that can tell for the marketer that they're selling something from these pictures? Makeup, yes, makeup. What else? So this is the things that I think now trend in the advertisement for fashion is clean, yeah, but it's clear and also not too pose, I think, yeah. It's just like relaxed pose, but yeah, it's everything put in together, yeah. Okay, one is accessories, sunglasses, and then makeup, lipstick, hairdo, and then accessories, and then jacket, and maybe camisole, yeah. The other part of clothing, yeah. This one is legendary bag or apa namanya ini? Yes, the plastic bag. Yeah. No, I don't know how much is it in the market. Yeah? But if your mom or let's say you have blessing to go with it, and I think you can have it as your rewards. But it doesn't have to get. Jadi tidak berharusan. Okay. Another thing that good from Chanel is always need remember for you if you want to manage a fashion, something like surprising activity is needed. Like this to celebrate Chanel number 5. Yeah? So Brad Pitt is the first male model that become model in Chanel. And also there's a movie you can Google later on in YouTube, yeah, or in Chanel channel. So why they choose Brad Pitt? And this is the most interesting and I really like, yeah? With Pharrell Williams. Yeah? Again, the things that I said, hip hop and high end is already collaborated. Yeah? Like this is until now, yeah, the corporate and collaboration is still become their identity and or could be like the strategy of Chanel to doing that. Yeah. So and again, why they did Chanel choose Korea, South Korea as the launch of this product? Yeah. What is the main the big bag? I think it's only 5 hours. It's sold out everywhere. Yeah. So Chanel and also the advertising is really interesting. Yeah. See if I can. Maybe later. Yeah, I will. I want to show you the video actually. Pharrell Williams. Any questions? Okay, we already learned about the international, but now we learn about local brand. Part one, and one number. Yeah. Or maybe we can call him Edward Barat. Yeah. So, is okay. Can you read it? Yes. You can louder, please. Yep. Vanguard, yeah. Yeah, thank you. So we learned about Edward Barat. Yeah, Edward Barat is one of senior fashion designer in Indonesia. He is the guy. Yeah. I think now he's 62, yeah, 62 or 63 years old. Yeah. This one is the creation. Interesting one because it's avant-garde, yeah. It's a mixture between, you see, this is like batik and then but it is translated into kimono, yeah. And it's modern. Wearing by Nadia is really nice, yeah. And also, you see, sometimes Edward is remake the pattern of batik. It used to be batik is so many texture in here, but we also ask the pembatiknya, yeah, to disappear the in Japanese we call it cerak, yeah, or titik gitu. So it's only one colors, so it's more modern. Yeah. And also the cotton is also, and also let's say like the fabric for the high end, he bought by themselves, like chiffon, yeah, from Paris. And then send it all the way to the pengrajin, and pengrajin do it on the fabrics. Yeah. So to make batik into the next level. This one is also see, this one is like this software. Yeah. This is from the color system. The chiffon is chosen by him, by himself, and then make it bigger. Yeah. But then to become like a long dress, and then to see like it's batik, but it's more modern. It's more high end. Yeah. It used to be like become booming. Yeah, this batik. This one is lurik. Yeah. Lurik. Actually, the lurik is really cheap. Yeah. For 1 meter, maybe like 50,000 to 60 or 100,000 rupiah. Yeah. But lurik is something like actually worn by the low level in Japanese, yeah, tentaranya or abdi dalam, yeah, but now has been changed into the high end. So this is like innovation that you can do in fashion, yeah? From low level into high end or middle, trickle up, trickle down, or trickle across, yeah. This one is in 2018 Asian Games. Yeah. Asian Games or Asian Games that we here. Asian Games. So glory to Palembang. It's in Palembang. So the one that wore by this man is actually this one is Aisan Gede, yeah, wedding gown in Palembang, and this one is batik Palembang. Yeah. So this one is the glory Palembang in 2018. 3 years ago, together with Asian Games, if I'm not mistaken. See this resort, and then, yeah, the big hat is not just only Japanese. I think you can find in Seminyak Bali, so many. Harganya 300.000, not 5 million or 6 million or 10 million. Yeah. So go back to local. Yeah. I think it is good. And this one is Ulos in 2019. Yeah. Ulos and also lurik. Yeah. He made it to show about this. This one is Ulos. This is still a lurik. Yeah. Okay, before we go to your, yeah, any questions or any reflection about the things that we learned this morning? Stop ya, pakai masker. But it's okay. For our own safety, yeah, we have to wearing mask. Hello in online. Don't get lonely, yeah, in there. So is there anything that you want to say in online? Sila, Zara, Raisha, Tasha, Z, Shakira, Cynthia, Cindy, Charlene, or Jessica? You want to say something? Okay, Raisha, please. Aku sambil duduk ya.
Hi, Sir Dicky. I wanted to ask, before you mentioned trickle across, but I still don't really understand what is actually trickle across. I only understand trickle up and down.
Oh, trickle across. Okay, thank you, Raisha, for your question. Trickle across. Anyone knows in online and also in the class? Across is saling nyebrang gitu. Trickle across is actually like one level of brand, could be high end, could be middle, could be low. In the same level, they influence each other. Yeah. For example, like maybe like Zara and H&M. Yeah. The proof is like they have a campaign that they have special collaboration every year. Yeah. Like H&M with Madonna, for example, yeah, and then Zara with maybe Mango, yeah, Mango with Kate Moss, for example, or like a Topshop with Kate Moss, yeah. So trickle across is something that in the same level of society, they influence each other. Yeah, that's what we call it trickle across. It is happen in the 1 years of age. I think like all of you in the class or maybe in the online, you influence each other. Yeah. Let's say someone see like your friends wearing like maybe like tie-dye jacket. It's really good. Yeah. Maybe someday you will attract to have one. Yeah. Or the way you tie your hair, for example. Yeah. So that's why the trickle across, and trickle up and trickle down is really important for you to understand how your market react to your product. Yeah. Okay, Raisa, is it answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other question? Kita sampai 10.40 ya. 26 more minutes. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, just bear in mind that we have to be patient, yeah. Sometimes like there's a lag between on-site and online, yeah, but it's okay. We can do it. Okay, I will continue with Christian Gio, yeah. Okay, please read it louder, yes. Mr. Cesar. Oh, sure, you can go here because my thing to.
The company was founded in 1946 by construction designer Christian Dior, who was originally from Normandy. His brand, which sells shoes and clothing, and can only be bought in your store. The haute couture is under the Christian Dior couture division. Pietro Bacari has been the CEO of Christian Dior since 2008.
Thank you. So it's began in 1 year after our country as independent day. 46 actually the World War II, yeah, is finished. Monsieur Christian Dior is from Normandy, is area in Paris, in French. And also they make a business. Actually, Christian Dior is a businessman. Yeah. And also, Christian Dior is couture. Yeah? You have to remember that because everything that they stated, the brand is couture. Whenever you go to Dior boutique and then you sit down on the chair of in the boutique, you can hand feel the fabrics on the chair. It's couture. Yeah? And also like a rug. Yeah? If you see in Plaza Senayan later on, if you want to see, yeah, is the rug also couture because it's specially made only in one boutique. Yeah, and Pietro Bacari is the in bahasa Indonesia we call it tangannya dingin, yeah, or maybe Midas touch. Everything that he touch is become gold. So before Dior, Pietro Bacari is CEO of Fendi. Now Fendi is become live again ya because of the apa tuh pom-pom yang berapa belas juta gitu ya, semuanya mau sampai ada di Mangga 2 ya semua. So that become trickle down again ya. Then because of this brand is actually the baby or the deer of the owner ya, like Bernard Arnault is really love Dior. Why? Because Christian Dior is the first brand that owned by this group of LVMH. And then why did Bernard Arnault bought this brand? Because when he traveled to New York, the taxi driver asked, okay, where do you come from, sir? Asked to Bernard Arnault, the owner of LVMH Group. I came from Paris. Oh, and then suddenly, spontaneously, the driver said that, oh, Dior. So he thought that tukang taksi aja tahu Dior gitu. So I have to buy this brand. So that's the history, yeah. Dior. It's really interesting. And then, yeah, since 2018 nowadays, and also Dior has become, if you see, in 2020, if you read Business of Fashion, BOF, yeah, I think you need to follow BOF Instagram, and then you can follow like on the newsletter, nggak usah bayar ya, yang free aja, ya. Newsletter, and then this magazine said that LVMH group, in a global group, yeah, recorded that they increased the sales 30%. Can you imagine in the pandemic situation, but they become richer and richer, and proven by lalu tuh Bernard Arnold or Jeff Bezos kejar-kejaran number 1 or number 2 become the richest man in the world. And what is the things, the moral of the story, yeah? So whatever situation it is, whenever you have innovation and creativity, you can achieve your dreams, yeah? And nanti ya, now it's just began. Don't easy to get surrender. Aduh, tugasnya Miss Amira susah banget bikin jacket gitu ya. Or apaan sih sedikit tiap minggu tugasnya ada aja gitu ya. Because there's the online and paper and so on, but yeah, you need to do it. Yang penting gini, the most important thing is just do it like Nike. Makanya Nike salesnya bagus terus. Just do it, ya. Although it's good or not, tapi you have to do it. Ya. So that's the also in LVMH brand strategy. Okay, the girl with the green. Please read this.
Mix of demographic, and recommendations that we use to make it operating available to the target market. New strategy makes for positioning strategies to position itself as a premium brand.
Yeah, thank you. Mixed demographic, yeah, because there are a lot of, yeah, in all over the world, let's say like, for example, like they make like, later on I will present to you, yeah. Strategy is to make offering available to the target market, especially the youngster, especially for you, yeah. You are the future of the consumer, yeah, in high-end brand. You can see like every high-end brand, they created like small bag, yeah, and then colorful bag, yeah. Because of this mix of demographic, because sometimes they need to think, yeah, the old generation, the mama generation, will be gone someday, and then they need to return again. But of course, in fashion also that what we call it iconoclastic. What is iconoclastic? It's like retrospective, come back again, but with the new concept, yeah. And then it uses value-based positioning strategy to position itself as a premium brand. They stated Christian Dior Couture. Yeah. Maybe you can remember also why do the mini trunk bag LV is so expensive? And the brand strategy said like this. Because it's mini trunk. Trunk is so expensive, right? It's like billion the colors, about the price. And then they made it like smaller, yeah, like Nicolas Guest here, women artistic director of Louis Vuitton said that they created the small trunk, tapi kalian bisa carry on, ya, become the clutch. Harganya berapa tuh? I think 75 million, ya, 75 juta. Gitu. Okay, that's a positioning strategy to say that Dior as a premium brand. This one is the US. I think in Greece, yeah, in Greece, this one is, just remember that whenever sometimes you need to watch the fashion show of high-end brand, yeah, they made such as like amazing concept, yeah, like this. This one is the stadium, back to the Greece, and then this one is sporty, but still in Dior, yeah. This is the creative director of Christian Dior nowadays is Maria Curie Grazia, yeah. And then this one is Cara Delevingne, the face of Dior, yeah, one of the, it used to be Chanel, yeah. And this one is the flag, I took it from Instagram of Dior, yeah. This one is the newest thing that they made. Yeah, the mini bags they made, yeah. It's just smaller as this. Yeah, like just so small. I'm mungkin cuma. I don't think that your phone like as big as this can put in there. Ya. Cuma kartu maybe, and then just like. But nowadays everything is online, right? So this is for, and the price is mahal juga. Yeah, it's 40 or 50 or something. Saddlebag, Lady D, and then also gitu ya. Lupa. I forgot the name. Monte, your Monte. Yeah. And also there's makeup. Yeah. Again, in marketing, yeah, some of you that want to just to learn about marketing, the strategy is, you see the lady, actually she's queen, yeah, but androgen, but still beautiful. So it's make a differentiate between this cosmetic you're with other brand, right? Yang lainnya kan cantik gitu ya, tapi ini tomboy tapi cantik juga. And also align with the genderless concept, yeah. It's really your generation. And also there's a baby Dior, yeah. Inspired, but also in line with the identity of the brand. Or they have such as Dior Maison, yeah, Maison for living, yeah, like plates, saucers, yeah, mugs, and also glass, yeah, tableware. This one is, of course, another strategy of Dior, and it's Dior Riviera. Now it's cruise season is important because they made like limited edition, just only sort of edition, then they didn't repeat again. Repeat again, but with the different concept. Yeah. This is like toile de jour. Ini tuh batiknya orang Prancis lah ya, like tapestry ya, toile de jour. And then ini ada limited edition shirt Ibiza gitu ya. Harusnya ada Dior Bali ya, karena udah international. Or Ibiza or Spain ya. Gitu. So the strategy to lighten up. This is fans, yeah, fans of the brand. Okay, welcome to the NSD session. Is there any question? Sampai juga ya. Any questions from online? Maura, as an FL, there's a test. Is it from one season or both session, Maura? Maura or another FL? There's apa namanya, quiz, ya, quiz. Pada kemana nih FL-nya? Oh, Davin. Kita jam berapa nih? 13 menit lagi. Any questions, guys?